was bullshitting me. Like, usually I take Wooge at face value, but I was like, yo, he's fucking with me. He's trying to get me back for all the times I've gaslit him. Then he showed me the fucking commercial, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
I automatically feeling guilty.
The best bit about
Like,
it is
I'm
it's the
really
way they like carry the guy. Like he's like a actual physical person, but they clearly CGI'd him in, so it looks like they're carrying like a cardboard cat. Like he has no weight. There's like a slight, it's like a weird like weightlessness to this person as they just dip him into the lake of gravy.
Fuck.
It's so wild.
Okay, we really need to watch that after this session then.
Yeah.
That needs to be a-
We just need to have a session of watching commercials.
It's like if you watch the whole commercial, I think it's like nearly like a minute and a half long. It's
Oh yeah,
it's
it was
wild.
long as hell.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's just them dancing through a forest with a golden egg on their backs. It's fucking
Yep.
wild.
Also, I noticed you started the stream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey guys, buy KFC. It's fucking
Other chicken-based products are
Listen,
available.
I told you guys I'm going to just start randomly starting it during our opening conversations. And then
It's like the green room
immediately it's like,
conversation.
oh, what a wild thing to start the stream with. You should have been here for everything before.
Look, I had a great one-liner, but you didn't start it right then and there, so.
You know what they say about like the like Star Wars, when they talk about the opening crawl, and they say that it feels like you get sort of dropped into the middle of a story, and it's just us.
Yes.
It's like we take that shit literally.
If you ever go back
But I
to
got a
Reddit.
bracelet for my daughter.
Aw.
Aw.
I have one too. My niece maybe one, but she couldn't find any S's, so my name is now Chris.
Chris with the Riz.
Oh god.
At least it's not crispy.
It's
Well,
great
that
that
would
you
require
said
an
that,
S.
Brandon, because I thought it.
Crispy with a set.
So, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So, are we ready to begin?
Please.
Wait, look, we have a cameo. It's Alan!
God damn it.
Get the fuck out of
Get
here.
that shit out of here.
Get out of here. Go.
Get that,
I
go.
got-
Leave. You need to leave!
You didn't go here!
Thank you.
So,
Oh, you put him in his room.
That was good.
God.
let's just
Anyway,
get through the recap. We'll go from there.
do the best you can, man.
Oh, he's over here now. So now I gotta hold this over here.
Yes.
He moved.
Usually he's on this side. Now he's on this side. No, I got you all the way covered up. Nope, hang on. Let me get rid of the preview as well. There we
You
go.
must see me because of
Ah.
all
Now I just see you, like, on the Twitch preview, all the way over here at the corner of my vision, just... Alright.
What the actual fuck did I just see?
I hope you strain one of your back muscles. Just one of them. And I hope it's the one that's almost center, just to the right and a little bit up. I hope it's that one specifically.
You don't want me
damn.
to go through another fucking surgery and...
I will mute you! I'm trying to do the recap! Shut the fuck up!
No!
That's all, period.
Where the fuck did this go from?
Alright. Alright. Boop.
Where the fuck did you
Okay,
get that
now that we
piano?
can do the recap. With the mindset of, if I don't get them out, no one will, Oops made his way to the tunnels towards the Rustclaw Den. As he had been told, partway through, the tunnel had collapsed. Though the stones had nestled together with an annoying solidity, he saw the small gap with light coming through. A small gap that was a bit too small, even for his slight form. If only he knew someone who could squeeze through such small places. An attempted launch stone did minor damage to the hole before Oops ventured towards the other tunnel. Arriving at her home, Bricka and the tiny guard Doodle, they find it empty. Her mother not being home, Bricka said that they should look around and see if there was anything that could help. Doodle set to putting the scene together. Food had been made, now on its side. Footprints in every direction and signs of belongings being tossed were all found. With nothing specific to help, Doodle wrote on a wrote a note on a board for her mom and recommends that they head to the cantina with the other Gobos who had congregated. Bricka's attention being dragged away from the hole, they went to the cantina. Standing sentry over his brother, Gaboldi noticed some healers had arrived. With herbs, various liquids in sacks, and many tools laid out, they started their work. He approached one healer and pointed to his brother, "Help." He was told that help will come when it can, so he stepped away and whispered to his brother before going into the nearby gathering mass of Gobos to find the two that he had come with. Instead, he found people dirty, tired, and worried. Voices called out, whispers passed around, and a mixture of shock and sadness. It took some time before he saw signs of hope. Families being found, families crying with happiness, families not seeming to miss someone important. Gaboldi found another Gobbo from the pits, and they decided to find more for a pit wrestling match to distract from, well, everything else that had happened. Yip Yap and the Little One crossed through the slime branches to the living warrens. The voices reached his ears first. When the two came around the corner, they found a mass gathering surrounding the Slimeworm Brewery, a perfect collection of people to find information. The two split up and disappeared into the crowd to find it. People missing, broken places, rumors, an earthquake. The roaring was wrong. Muck Mother is punishing them. The Scrap God is upset. Sparkfang has broken Grubspire. Squabbles over pettiness. Rumors. After a good period, Yip Yap arrived at the brewery and peeked inside in the hopes of finding someone with a little more loose lip. Instead, he found tools and people crafting instead of indulging in a drink. He stepped back outside to wait for the Little One to catch up. Oops eventually found himself in the other tunnel. A small crew was actively working on the collapsed way through, but unlike the other tunnel, there was no crevice to squeeze through. Stop it. Oops questioned the logic of working this tunnel instead of the other, but the reasons seemed pointless excuses and poor reasoning to him. Orders be orders. As they set about their work, Oops watched the idiocy of their methods. It didn't matter if not using a smarter way seemed to still be efficient, but his genius wasn't wanted here. He made his way back to the others. Bricka and Doodle arrived at the amassed hordes. Seeing it gave Doodle a slight feeling of inspiration, seeing that what his efforts before had done. He decided to find the others. Bricka trailed along with the mini-guard. Doodle headed towards Gaboldi, but Bricka broke off when she saw her mom. She explained what happened to her dad and then set to helping the healers, running back and forth as needed. As she did so, she could see how extensive the loss and pain were in Grubspire. Doodle caught up to Gaboldi, and after some talk, Doodle looked over Gaboldi's brother, stable but not better, redid the bandage around Falthek's head, and stood with a clap on Gaboldi's back. Let's go hit each other. And as they hugged, the Gobbo who Gaboldi spoke to before ran up and said they had a few fighters for wrestling. And as Gaboldi shouted for pit wrestling, his yell carried further than it should have, as the gathered hordes began to silence themselves. The council had arrived. They slowly made their way through those gathered until they stood in front of the brewery. Granny Spittooth hit her gnarled staff on the ground once, twice, thrice. A fourth, and Oops suddenly stumbled among the hordes. A fifth time. The older female Gobbo ascended to the top of the brewery in an encasement of slime, whilst the other three scurried up the sides to stand near her on the top. High Irregular Urs stepped forward and spoke to the masses, and words that may have been meant to inspire were drowned by a break in tradition. The naming day had been moved to this day. A poorly veiled threat was suddenly cut short as Granny Spittooth convulsed, a sheen of silver over her eyes as her voice shifted and sounded echoed. Words of prophecy spilled from her mouth until she collapsed. A new clan, the Slickfangs, had been created. Crit Crankle stepped forward and spoke the names of nublets coming to fruition, naming them for all of Gobbokind to know. The naming day had come early. The new adult Gobbos had been assigned a clan rather than chosen. Broken into sections, with each section to be under one of the council members. With Cataclysm, tradition broken, and silence weighing heavily over those gathered, more than the structure of Grubspire had been shifted. I'm going to ignore the cataclysm that just happened on the other side of my door. It's fine.
Cataclysm?
Yes, a cataclysm.
Put that card away.
All right. Well, we are going to begin exactly where we left off. And this time, yep. This is
Wow,
happening
I get to go first. Holy shit.
directly after the words have been said and the various nublets, now adults, have been assigned under specific council members. You don't recognize any of those names. What is Yip Yap's reaction as everything goes quiet?
What would be the usual sort of etiquette here? Like, I'm assuming... I'm trying to get my head around this, but like, would he be expected to just... Is this it now? He wouldn't go back to where he comes from? He wouldn't go back to Mr. Knotts? Is this like the end of that?
So, in the last session, part of the... some of what Crit Crankle had said was essentially, when it is time, they will come and find everyone. Everyone will be pulled together, and then things will begin from there.
Okay.
So you have I would say, an unknown amount of time before everyone is pulled together, and whatever it is the council has planned for you will begin.
Okay.
But as for protocol, there is no real protocol for this situation. The naming day was changed.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was assigned to a clan that before now didn't exist. Nothing about today is anything a semblance of the norm.
Because he was set up on top of some crates and stuff, because he was waiting for the little one to get back, which I think he had done, if I remember.
Yeah,
right.
he had shown, he had come back up and essentially had gathered the same information that you had.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing that he reported stood out from what you had already collected.
So, I guess, having heard his name, because I think, obviously other than the actual sort of prophecy in the speech that was given, he would probably have still been kind of looking around. So hearing his name would have kind of snapped him back into the present. Is anyone looking in his direction? Like, I mean, I don't know if his name is that well known at this point, so...
So, your name may not be well known, but even with that knowledge, you do realize that you are getting a few looks. A couple of those being from the older generation. You might remember that during Granny Spittooth's prophecy and her talking afterwards, there was a couple points where she seemed to single you out.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly when she said, just loud enough or something like that.
Yeah. So he's going to be kind of sort of side-eyeing them and kind of looking a bit sort of shifty. He's going to hop down. I think we've got everything we need. We should probably get back. He's going to say, while like kind of looking around, like kind of eked out a little bit, kind of heading towards the crowd and kind of away, I guess.
Yeah, the little one will go right along with you, And you do notice a few people, not everyone, but like a few people seem to move out of your way.
Yeah, he's finding it increasingly unnerving as that happens. He just wants to get out of here as quickly as possible. This is not what he came here for. So yeah. I mean, where he can, he'll try and keep an eye out or an ear out for anything that's being said. But from what you said, it sounds like it's maybe eerily quiet at this point. So he's.
It is eerily quiet at the moment. So are you like dead set? I know you said you were like glancing around, but you are intended to leave. Is there any point that you look back?
As in towards Spitteeth and that, like
Mhm.
in that direction. I think.
Because
I
you
think
would
if there's
have the
a
sense that that's the reason that you're getting more attention.
yeah, no, and I mean, if there's a clean line of sight, I think he'll keep sort of glancing in that direction.
Okay. So, and this part, all of you would see from your vantage because they're on top of the brewery. You do see as three of them, that being Lugnut, Crick, and Granny, those three kind of come together, and there's a little bit of discussion that no one is able to hear. She does kind of scan over the crowd, and there is a moment where Yip Yap, you swear that her eyes lingered on you for a moment. But then those three, they go to the edge. The other two help Granny down, and they begin walking, while High Regular Urs is just staring daggers until they go over the side and start walking away. And then he goes in a different direction, scrambling down, and then vanishing, for a lack of better explanation.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to avert his eyes as soon as like that moment of eye contact's made, and then he is going to slightly quicken his pace out of that crowd, back in the direction he came.
All right. Doodle and Gaboldi. I believe you two were side by side, getting ready to, bring those few together that were going to do the wrestling. What is your reactions to this?
I'm gonna be honest, Doodle's probably gonna look at Gaboldi and see what his reaction is first, because I think Doodle's unsure.
When you look at Gaboldi, he kind of like is still looking up at, I guess, where Spittooth was.
We'll say at this moment they are still on top. I did a little bit of a fast forward for the sake of Yip Yap leaving, but they'll say at this moment, when I first come to each of you, they are still on top of the brewery.
Okay.
And he kind of has this look like there is 1,000 thoughts going through his head, and then he's just gonna exhale, look at Doodle. I'm guessing Doodle kind of has like this perplexed look on his face, or
Yeah, and he kind of looks worried a bit. You can't tell if it's towards you or towards the situation itself.
he's gonna like go from there and then look around, and then he just kind of like goes back, lifts his hands, and is just like, celebratory pit fight.
Doodle will chuckle, but to be sure, Mike, at the end of the last session, were we supposed to meet with these leaders, or were we just told that that's the groups we're going to be with in the future?
You were told that those were the groups that you were going to be with, and that the council would send for you when it was time.
Just making sure. Then, yeah, Doodle will probably And it'll probably echo because I guarantee it's pretty fucking silent at the moment. But he's gonna jab his sword into the ground, and he's gonna basically just jump on top of Gaboldi and start trying to hit him.
Okay, fair enough.
Gaboldi is going to join in, and like, I think he's gonna like back up with like his arms reached out to kind of like give a little bit of like kind of push the crowds back to like kind of make a ring in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so now it kind of makes like a pit for the pit fighting.
Oh yeah, if he does that, Doodle's fucking knocking him right in the jaw.
And now Gaboldi is in the fight now.
All right.
Like he's gonna start swinging.
Fair enough. I tell you what. Between you two, why don't you two do a few rolls to see how that kind of goes? And I'm going to hop to the next person, and we'll come back to that, and I'll have you guys kind of tell me how that looked.
All right, so like 3, I guess.
Yeah, let's say 3 rounds of it.
Okay, 3 rounds of unarmed strike. I'm gonna assume. Right? Okay.
Oops. You, if you remember, when you were on the way back and then suddenly you took another step and you ran into someone being in somewhere amongst the hordes, and then the council did that. What is Oops's reaction?
Does he have any idea that this is a thing? That just like teleportation?
I think it'd be safe to say that, like, you've heard of it. You probably haven't seen it, or you've definitely not experienced it, but you've probably easily heard that it is a thing. Like, some gobbos might have the ability to do so.
Right. I think he just stand around looking like a question mark, just like, what the fuck? This has been a great couple of days. I don't know, maybe for some normalcy, he would try and find a quiet place.
Well, at the moment, everything is quiet. There is no sound. There are looks, and that's essentially it. And I would say, we'll go ahead and say about this point you see the council getting down off of the brewery, and from your vantage, they are gone.
Maybe he would look for someone in charge to ask if anything else is going to be done about the people that is trapped, gobblers that are trapped.
Well, do you know who would be in charge?
No. Just look at someone who looks older than him. Just like,
well, there are a
someone
number
close
of people around that are older than you.
No, someone close to like where every one of the council was standing.
Okay, so you're gonna like go over to the brewery and see if there's someone.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you start weaving through the crowds. You happen to notice a couple gobbos moving with a bit of a purpose, moving maybe a little almost too quick in the opposite direction as you go forward. I would say around here you do start seeing some of the older generation, but you don't see anyone like giving any kind of orders or anything. It's still, at the moment, it's still eerily silent.
I think he would start
A fair reaction. Just finds a random pot of food. Just, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, you're like, well, you can't think of an empty stomach, so no, you would just like start asking the like whoever looks older who would be in charge of this specific thing, like getting people out over from the caves. And if someone didn't know, he would ask the next one and the next one, next one, just like trying to find something.
Okay. So
Not
most of the
dispensable.
responses there are going to be the same, that the tunnels are being worked on, the Warren Keepers are working. A few of them say just wait for it to be done or whatnot. No one seems to point you in a specific direction at this time.
I have no idea what to do.
That's fair. Bricka.
Just yeah, I need an adult.
You are an adult
Uh.
now, apparently.
An adult, dear adult.
Bricka, you had been running supplies back and forth, different medicines and herbs from one station to the next. We'll say that when the council had popped up and everything had gone still, you were on the way back from running a delivery.
Mm-hmm.
What is Bricka's response to this?
I think she's gonna kind of be jaw drop because, yeah, needless to say, she was gonna pick her own group that she came from, and then the fact that she can't pick and she's in this whole other group, she just kind of dumbstruck. But yeah, as soon as that's all said and done, she's just gonna kind of look over to her mother like, "What do I do with this?" She's just kind of like just stares at her like, "Help."
Yeah. As for your mom, it's much the same reaction that she had earlier, that semblance of not knowing herself, not knowing what to do in this situation. Again, this is something that hasn't happened before. There's a lot of new things that have happened between this cycle and the last, between the last 2 days. A grub spire being broken, and then traditions being broken. It's a lot to happen all at once. And you find that your mom has much the same response to it as you. She doesn't know. She says for now she's going to, keep working and helping the healers and doing what they can.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's just gonna kind of look around, kind of looking at, do I even know who's gonna be in this group I'm in? She's just kind of scanning the room, but as soon as the other two start fighting, she's just gonna kind of look to her mom. She goes, "I'm not with those, right?"
And I'm gonna use that as a segue. Doodle and Gaboldi, how's your little fight going?
So I beat the shit out of him on the first one, but everything after that, Doodle got
he
his
came back
shit
with
kicked
vengeance.
in.
Yeah, he came back with a vengeance.
Like one of them was even a nat 1, so like take that as you will.
Oh.
I feel like at the beginning of it, it was like because Gaboli was trying to like make that like pit circle, then he let Doodle get like a good couple of hits in. But once that area was secure, Gaboli just started going ham.
Just taking that rage out on somebody.
Yeah, I feel like part of that would have bubbled up as he started letting loose, some of that anger and maybe some of that loss, if you will, probably started to boil to the forefront, which is why the tables turned so drastically so quickly.
I feel like once he kind of remembered what was going on, probably either a little bit toward the end or after the fact of beating Doodle's ass, he's gonna like try to like pump up the crowd like
Okay.
very much flourish the wind, just like yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep. And those few that had gathered around, there are some cheers and whatnot. And it's about this point where that silence starts to recede, and those whispers start to go around, and those echoes of confusion. Those that are immediately around you two, they commence with their own little fightings, their little sparrings and whatnot. But even with that, there is the distraction of the whispers that are coming from the hordes. I will say, oops, and yip yap on your way out. You two probably hear these whispers much better.
Yep. We'll pause and he will listen.
These whispers, I'm going to go ahead and just sum it up. There's confusion, there's worry, there are some that seem to disagree with what the council has decided. In particular, you hear, even among the whispers, there is a shout from one of the gobos, an angry shout. And it stands out, and the words are, "But you're not." And there's a little bit of a silence before those whispers come back out again.
So does everyone hear that shout?
Everyone hears that shout. Even
Okay,
those
so, like,
two,
as-
even the two over with the fighting, like that's the energy that was behind it.
So
Everyone
as
heard it.
Doodle is like biting Gaboldi's ankle as he's bruised on the ground, his eyes are gonna kind of like shoot upwards, and he's gonna slowly like release his teeth, and he's gonna shakily stand up, and probably wipe blood from his nose, and he's I guess he's gonna look to see who yelled.
I feel like Gaboldi's also gonna do the same, minus the ankle biting and the blood. He's gonna like turn his head toward where the yell came from.
So from y'all's vantage point, you can't see where the source. You can tell that the source was from within the hordes,
Okay,
but it's essentially one of those. It's in that direction.
gotcha.
Wanna get up on my shoulders?
I feel like Doodle's gonna say nah, I'll I made a friend.
So Gaboldi just kind of cocks his head. It's like fused.
Doodle's gonna basically hop to grab his the hilt of his blade, and he's gonna kind of like slide it down, because obviously it's a lot larger than he is, so it's gonna slowly rip out from the ground, and he's gonna fling it over himself so that it cracks on the ground behind him, and he's gonna start making his way towards Bricka.
So Gaboldi just kind of like shrugs and just starts following Doodle.
Okay. Before I go over to that, oops and yip yap, are you two doing anything specific? Or are you still, having food for thought?
Cool.
Okay.
I think because he would have taken pause at the shouting, so he's going to be like kind of scanning the crowd as well.
Actually, for you, yip yap, do me a perception. Because
We know how well that usually goes for me.
You might be able to.
Oh shit, 19.
Okay.
The Iron Dice.
So from where you are, and you start scanning in that direction. It's almost one of those where enough people move out of the way just subconsciously, and you can actually see this kind of like this little grouping from your it's safe to assume that it's a mom and a dad talking to a couple of children, and you can just hear bits of the conversation. The mom, you can see her shaking a little bit, like a little bit of fury when she turns her head enough, and you can see her face. You can tell that dad is doing most of the talking, and the little bits that you hear, it seems to be centered around what the council had said. Seems that mom is heavily in disagreement, and it's safe to say that at least one or two of the nublets around them were probably a couple that were named. But
Wow, I mean, how young are they?
They are your age.
Oh, okay, right, okay, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. But even among the nublets, where a couple of them seem to be more surprised, there is a little bit of worry and definitive confusion, which I think is kind of being passed around everywhere at this point. But it's one of those showcases of those little whispers that you've been hearing, that some people are not happy with what was said today. And you also hear the dad mention that they still weren't told anything.
And is this the source of that shout, as far as I'm aware?
It's safe to assume that it was the mom.
Okay. I feel like Yip Yap's gonna wanna move along, but he's also just intrigued at this point. And I think, judging by the fact that everyone seems to be sort of, I guess, converging around this particular sound, that he will probably bear witness to whatever the fuck is going to happen next.
Okay. Well, so, I will say much of what happens. Much of what happens is just conversation. It does seem to dwindle away pretty quickly. Seems like the dad is kind of taking it over, and there's even a point where you see the mom starting to vibrate like she's going to let out another burst, and without the dad even looking, reaches over and puts a hand on her, and just like essentially one of those, hold on, calm down. But then those nublets or now adults, it seems that they say their goodbyes. One of them gets a little pat on the head, and then they disappear into the crowd. And you see the mom and dad start conversing again. And whereas the mom seemed very angry, like she was going to burst, you watch as she begins to break down.
Yeah, that's going to kind of... He's going to take this all in. It's going to kind of be slightly alien to him. And then he'll kind of turn, and he'll have like a sort of sideways glance at the little one for a while, and then kind of almost like smack himself out of it and just say, we should go and tell Mr. Knotts what happened.
He'll nod, and he'll actually start moving before you do.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So we'll pop back over to you guys. You were going over to find Bricka, and
yes,
Gaboldi you were following?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't take too long. You guys weren't very far from each other. For Bricka, you will see that height-deficient guard coming towards you.
Oh god, okay. Yeah, so as this happens, she's like, oh no. Oh no. And she like looks over to her mom and she goes, I didn't want this. I wanted to stay in the brood. And she's immediately like remembering the conversation from earlier where she's just like, oh, I could just join the fighters, and her mother just had the look of, oh god, no. So yeah, so she's like immediately going back to, I didn't want this. I wanted to be in the brood.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say at this point you two are just about there and kind of catch the end of that. The mom will look over to you, Bricka, and just, well, the council has decided. And there is, like, she tries to hide it, but with everything going on, it's not hidden very well. There is that look of disappointment as she says it.
Oh boy. Okay. Can I roll an insight?
Sure.
Damn.
And what are you trying to insight?
I think she's gonna try to figure out, are you disappointed in me or are you disappointed in the situation?
It is definitively the situation. It seemed that she was hopeful for you to choose the Muck Mother's brood. And then with that being pulled away from you, that's where the disappointment is.
Okay. So yeah, so like it's like, okay, my mother isn't disappointed, but did I do something wrong kind of mentality. So she just kind of looks and she goes, just know I wanted to stay in the brood. That's where I belong. Just know that.
She will pause her little workings that she's doing. She's going to reach a hand over and gently put it on the side of your face. It's like, I know. But it seems you have a different purpose now. Whatever that may be. And at this point, Doodle and Gaboldi, you guys fully approach.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Doodle probably the screech of metal on stone was probably happening his whole way over.
Yeah, I think like as they're coming up, she's just gonna like realize that they're here, and she just goes, "I'll visit as much as I can."
She'll nod and see the other two coming up, and she'll go back to her workings.
So yeah, so Bricka's gonna turn around as soon as they get to where she is. She doesn't like look like she's angry with them. She just kind of looks like disappointed, but she kind of looks at him like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
I feel like Doodle immediately is gonna say, "Is that your mom?"
Yeah, actually, it is.
You found her. He's gonna get visibly excited. And he's going to say, and to top it off, we're in the same brood.
Like, trying to hide an eye twitch, and she goes, "That's so fortunate."
I feel like there's a very deadpan Gaboldi behind Doodle, just like.
Just kind of. Is he taller than normal? Is he like taller than average for us, or is he just?
I'd say he's a little bit. He's got a little height on you.
Okay, yeah. She's just gonna kind of look up, and whenever he waves, she just kind of like waves awkwardly back, like, "I see you," you know.
Yeah, I feel like Doodle is going to.
A quick side note.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Okay, no, never mind.
Okay.
I was trying to remember if Gaboldi was still in the pits when you went, but no, they were out trying to grab scrap. So
yeah.
Okay, so Doodle's going to go to speak, and then he's gonna reach into his mouth and pull out a tooth and put it into his bag. And he's gonna kind of wipe the blood away, and he's gonna say, you said your mom was the healer?
Okay, I need to turn my camera on for this. I need you to know, like, the genuine response, like, as he does that, she's just... She just quietly just goes, "Yes."
Are you a
She-
healer?
I don't know if I could do much. You'd be better with her or one of them. And she's like
They're
still
all-
just looking like, you took your tooth out.
They're all busy. Could you help? Could you help Gabaldi's brother?
Kind of like looks like, I guess. Technically, she has cure wounds. Technically, so
He got hit really hard by a rock. Kind of a, lackluster way to go. So if you could bring him back, that'd be nice.
yeah, kind of shitty way to die. Can you do that?
Damn.
So yeah, which Mike, I gotta talk to you about spells again, but yeah, like by technicality, she has like cure wounds, but she's just like, I guess I can try.
So Gaboldi's gonna like kind of, as soon as you say gonna kind of try, Gaboldi's gonna walk forward, kind of slide Doodle out the way, pick up Bricka, and just start walking.
Oh my god, yeah, she's gonna look genuinely terrified, like at her mom, like, oh god, help me, help.
I feel like Doodle's gonna because Gabaldi kind of pushed him to the side. He's gonna like fall over with like the weight of his blade, and then he's gonna have to slowly pull it back up and then follow.
Gaboldi's like, not gently, but not like forcibly, kind of pushing toward the crowd, Bricka in hand, just like heading toward the healing tents.
Wait, okay,
Where-
so hang on. You don't have to go into the crowd for the healing tents. She was in the healing area.
Oh, well,
yeah,
this is gonna be a
you,
very
you
short
three
pickup.
were
then.
all there. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be even funnier if he was right next to them and he just lifts her up and fucking sets her down in front of him.
Yes, that is exactly what happens.
Okay, yeah, she just like, and then just gets put down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aw.
Why do I not like how you said
Hi,
that?
Logan.
They said hi.
Wait.
My dumbass just waved. I don't even have my fucking
Ah!
camera.
Well, of course you did. Of course
Chip
you
did wave, but he didn't realize his camera wasn't on.
Oh, aw.
What
So,
about the AI? Did the AI wave?
Look,
The,
I've
the
done that.
AI
I've
sent a
done that
few
before.
zeros and ones.
Oh.
But yeah,
The
no.
AI breathed heavily.
Yeah, Doodle's going to look to Bricka and say, I put bandages on it, but it still hasn't stopped bleeding. And he's going to kind of like poke it where the blood is, and it's going to kind of squish. And he's going to say, could you fix that? That's where it is.
Oh, like I couldn't figure it out, but thank you, man. Okay, so I don't know if you saw my message. I know you're doing a lot of things, Mike. But
I didn't realize you sent me a message. Give me a sec.
yeah, I didn't want to use anything if I wasn't allowed to use something. So because the homebrew one, that was the only one I saw.
Okay.
almost.
Yeah, so you would have that one, and then the remainder could be whatever.
Okay, just want to make sure.
So yeah,
All right.
your thing is correct.
Okay, cool.
Also,
So
as a quick side
yeah.
note, since I'm on that, Wooj, you will find that you have a new spell, because I did fix that. And you also need to pick one more.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, so it literally got picked up, put like a few beds down the way.
Yeah.
Essentially, like, you were picked up and carried, and it would have taken all of like 15, 20 seconds, and then it's like, here.
Boop. Okay. Yeah. She just would have been like, oh, okay. But yeah, she's gonna like look to Gaboldi's brother, and then she's gonna like kind of look to Doodle, and she kind of like holds out her hand and she goes, "How about I test on you to see if I'm good at anything? Because I'd rather mess up your tooth than him."
Okay. And he's gonna pull the tooth back out, and he's gonna kind of like try and shove it back into place.
I need you to know, like, she genuinely just looks horrified. Like, she just like looks up at Goboldi, like, is this normal?
Yeah, you're gonna hear what sounds like a marble hit the ground as his tooth falls out and just crack.
Mm.
And then he's gonna pick it back up and put it back.
I feel like as you say this, he's gonna shake his head and then smile, and you can see that he's missing a couple of teeth also.
Yeah. Chip, I just need you to know you're gonna have to be forced to listen to like 2 seconds of me chewing because of all this that you're doing to me right now.
Okay.
I'm prepared for you. I'm prepared for you to be mad at me. Okay. So I guess yeah, I got 2. I can do that. She's gonna try cure wounds. So yeah.
And you're doing that on Doodle?
Yes, first.
Okay. For intents and purposes, go ahead and roll the numbers. I know I didn't have them do hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Damn.
So, it's going to be very effective, but Bricka, I want you to describe to me how that looks. How does your cure wounds look?
Honestly, I kind of imagine it being like that mossy green. So yeah, like I just kind of imagine like her try to put like her hand on the side of his face, and because come on, he has to have like a bruise or something. Yeah, he had a tooth get knocked out. Yeah,
I'm actually under the impression one of his eyes is starting to swell over at this point.
But yeah,
I fall out and everything as well.
I kind of imagine it like being like that sparkly kind of like Tinkerbell dust, but like that mossy green, and it
Okay.
kind of like branches out, and then it just fades.
Okay.
I want to say while you're doing that, Gaboldi is like looking very intensely at it, and it's like not like all up in your face on it, but just like intensely looking at
Like
how
oh,
it's
shit.
done.
Okay.
So yeah,
Very analytical type look.
you put your hand on the side of Doodle's face, and you all see this mossy green and this sparkles almost like dust form, and then for Doodle you feel this very soothing cooling effect that starts here at your face, and then you do feel it almost spread through your body, a lot like if you take a shot of a hard liquor and you get that warming effect. It's like that, but it's a cooling, it's a chilling effect, and you feel that little bit of soreness. You feel it fade. And did you say you put the tooth back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I want you to do me a favor and roll me a d4.
Okay.
Swear to God, if he put this tooth back wrong.
It's like
Or
backwards. 4.
Okay. Okay. So you do feel this almost intense itching where that was as the cooling effect goes there, but after that moment that also fades as the rest of it begins to fade, and that green sheen dissipates. You kind of tongue your tooth subconsciously from the feeling, and your tooth is fine.
Yeah, I mean, Doodle's gonna he's gonna start with his tooth. He's gonna like pull on it a bit, and when it doesn't go loose, he's gonna slap himself slightly in the cheek that healed. And he's gonna say, "It's better."
I just fixed that. Yeah.
He's gonna say, and he's gonna like show his tooth, like,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's gonna say, well, actually no, because he's gonna say, I gotta do this now. It actually kind of felt like this, and he's gonna reach in and pull that mud that he's been keeping in his pack and just start rubbing it on his cheek. Basically because obviously the healing would have gotten rid of it already being there most likely. So yeah, he's gonna like moisturize again basically, and then
Got you.
and then he's gonna say, "Okay, him next."
Yeah, she's just gonna kind of look to both you guys, and she goes, because it's like above table. That's the first time I ever was able to do that, right?
This would have been something that, yeah, it's something that you had been shown before, something that you had been taught, but it wasn't until now that you've actually implemented it. This is probably the very first time that you have cast this. Yeah, no, this would be the very first time you cast it.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna like look to both you guys, and she's gonna say, "Look, I can't promise any miracles, but because I'm new to this, so I don't know, but I'll try." Okay.
I mean, we don't need a miracle. Just the blood needs to be inside.
She just kind of nods, like, all right, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess she's gonna ask it again.
All right, and this time it's on Falthuk, Gaboldi's brother.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your numbers for this one.
Hey, not terrible.
No, not terrible. So you all see much the same effect. You see that moss green glow and that bit of dust that happens, and you do see almost a shuddering to Falthuk's breath. Kind of see that his chest raises and lowers a bit quicker for a moment before it settles, and you watch as his breathing returns to normal. No longer the shallow, slow, but it is a normal breath.
And did Bricka kind of pull her hand away after the spell?
Yeah, like I think slowly she'd just be like, "Oh shit!" did the blood stay in this time?
I feel like the moment you pull your hand away, you're gonna see like this overlooming shadow, and then just two arms coming at the side as Gaboldi just like wraps his arms around. Is like, "Thank you."
I imagine like whenever he like hugged, she like her arms are now forced like this, and she goes, "You're welcome."
Doodle is going to move to Gaboldi's brother's side, and he's gonna start like softly slapping the side of his cheek to wake him up.
Hey, I feel like because right now he is very overprotective of his older brother right now. As soon as he like lightly slap him, Doodle will feel like a slap at the back of his head.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I think like Bricka would step away so they can have like their whole little moment, but not too far. But yeah, she's just gonna like look at her hands and just kind of like start smiling, like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I feel like Doodle. I mean, considering Gaboldi's as strong as Doodle is, his head's probably going to fucking swing forward and then swing back, and he's gonna kind of turn to look at him. And he's gonna say, "Why? I'm trying to wake him up.
Let's sleep."
Let's sleep.
He's slept a long time already.
Let's sleep.
Fine. But he's gonna kind of like start removing the bandage off of his head, and when he basically sees that the wound is healed, he's gonna take the used bandage and put it back into his pack, and he's gonna go walk over to Bricka and basically say, he needs to sleep, but I'll make him thank you when he wakes up.
So she just kind of like nervously laughs and she goes, "Okay, he doesn't have to, but all right."
So
you hear a grunt from the brother. And that's where we're gonna take our little break.
Can I have Doodles say one thing just to end it off? I think it'll be perfect.
Okay, sure.
Doodle's gonna spin around like very quickly, and he's gonna say, "You gotta sleep."
Yes.
Gotcha.
I love that.
That's where we'll take our few-minute break.
I love that.
So yeah, while we take this little break, grab your drinks, a snack, or whatever it is you do with a break. We'll be
Or
back in a
pears.
few minutes.
Or pears.
Y'all
A little bit of child violence never hurt anyone, right?
My God.
No, she's just using you as monkey bars.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
What? It's just a spider. Leave it. It eats all the flies.
This is a part where you pick her up and like lift her towards it. Be like, go ahead and grab it.
Like
for
a
us.
cat, yes.
Yes, eat it. Eat it.
You're going to air jail.
Okay, Chip. So what are we doing now?
Now I'm gonna crop dust you.
Okay.
Fart.
So yeah, we'll stick with you guys. You heard the grunt, and the Doodle turned around and said, "Go to sleep." So yeah, you
What's
do
the
see Falthick stirring just a little bit. His eyes kind of doing that where they're like trying to open, doing that like slight blinking thing.
I feel like Gaboldi is from the side of him, just kind of like almost face to face, but just like a little bit distance, kind of give him some breathing rooms, like
Okay.
just staring.
I was just gonna let it sit there. As had been done before, I will let you take over your brother in this instance. He is groggy. His wits are not about him at the moment, but he is waking up. So I will let you take that over.
So as Falthok is slowly opening his eyes, he's just, why do you always do that? As he like opens his eyes even more. Where am I? So he's gonna turn first to like, I guess see Doodle there. Like, oh, did my torture start early? As he looks toward Doodle and then looks toward Brecca, is like, you're not, how did you get in my house? And then realize as he looks around, wait, I'm not in my house.
Your house has a hole in it.
A hole?
He's gonna kind of look to Gaboldi and kind of like motion to like say more.
Like Gaboldi, after looking at Doodle, it's like, looks toward Falthuk and is like,
Before Gaboldi says what I think he's about to say, I need you to roll me a d20.
just a straight D20.
Just a straight d20.
$18.
Damn.
Okay, continue.
Okay. I don't know what that's for. So he looks toward Falthuk and was like, a hole opened up in the house.
I mean, actually, it was in all of Grubspire, but yeah.
He just kind of like nods, motions at Doodle. And I feel like after that, after he says that, Falthuk is gonna look at him and is like, okay, then where is, what did I name the sister?
You should know her name. She's your sister.
Kresh?
Kresh. Where's Kresh? And at the mention of Kresh's name, Gaboldi's like, eyes kind of lose a little light to them. And I feel like because they're brothers and they've grown up together, he just got that there's that kind of unspoken thing of like, oh, and you just see Falk like he's like kind of catch himself as he just kind of like, oh, uh, from that, Gaboldi will look at him and say, fell down the hole. She fell down. Uh, Bittooth said not dead. And from that, Falthuk will look and say, so there's a chance that she could be alive. We could save her. Do we like how? What do we do? Do we go down the hole? Do we go and save her? And while he just kind of like word vomits, Gaboldi will just go, Council have plan. We will say we'll save her. We'll save. And
I was gonna say Doodle's going to kind of speak up, and he's gonna say, also, Brecca. He's gonna kind of like point his thumb over next to him. She saved your life. You got hit with a rock really hard.
that explains the headache. I don't know if my brother or Doodle said it, but thank you. As he like turns toward Bricka.
Yeah, she just waves it off and she goes, Don't mention it. I'm just happy I could help somewhere.
And as he kind of like gets his bearings even more and just kind of like pushes Gaboldi's head out the way, he kind of sees that. Do the beds have like the cloth like dividers between them, or is it just like you just see a sprawl of beds?
It's a sprawl of beds. There's no dividers or anything. Excuse me.
Okay. So as he sees that, he's gonna like, looks like there's probably more people that might need your help.
Yeah, there's more people than healers right now. So they're trying.
I'm guessing I missed a lot. Me being, comatose and all.
Doodle's going to reach into his bag and pull out the bloody bandages and say, well, these are yours, and this is how it was. Oh, do you, want it? I mean, it is your blood.
Maybe you should get these switched out with some clean ones. As he kind of takes the bloody bandages, for next time.
I mean, you could wear that, on your head. It looks pretty cool. And he's going to kind of point to his, super dirty one he has wrapped around his head.
I'm more of a thinker than a fighter, so I don't think I need to intimidate anyone.
Wait, are you still a thinker after getting hit in the head like that?
It didn't knock any thoughts out my head, if that's what you're thinking.
Knocked a lot of blood, though. See? He's going to kind of point back to the bandage again.
I feel like from that, Falthuk is going to look at Gaboldi and then back at Doodle. Maybe I should take a little rest. Why don't you guys go and go see what needs to be done. I'm gonna rest here.
I mean, we already raised everyone's spirits. We wrestled, and I lost a tooth, and then Brecca put it back. It was nice. I got to taste what the ground tasted like.
Wow.
Wouldn't recommend it.
I'm more of a slug person myself, but you know what? You keep trucking.
Fuck you.
Goblin.
We got it. We got the sentiment.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, at that point, I mean, so I will say, because Gabaldi and Doodle are definitely the closest out of all the other Gobos with Doodle. Doodle always kind of does this in like sad situations or like situations that he can't fully grasp. He kind of like starts to just word vomit and try to help where he can, but it just comes off as being inconsiderate and strange. And then eventually when it starts to click to him what he's doing, he usually goes off and like does something else, and you just see him kind of lift his sword up and just start walking away.
That and is gone. So after seeing Doodle just kind of walk off and start doing his own thing, Falthuk would look to Gaboldi and it's like, I guess fill me in on what all I missed. As Gaboldi, in his own broken language sort of way, just kind of says like what happened. As he explains, there was a prophecy. The council came. About the Fishers, or what they know about the Fishers, that they've all been put into groups, and now his naming day has happened, so now he's an adult. And after hearing all that, Falthuk just kind of nods. It's just, sounds like you got a big thing coming along. So I will do what I can here. Gonna rest for a bit. I guess go and find the rest of your group, and I guess go introduce yourself. As Gaboldi just kind of like hears that, nods, and then just starts walking.
Yeah. I think whenever Doodle started walking off, like, Brickett just kind of gave both of them space to talk, and then eventually whenever she sees him walk off, she just resumes helping people with running stuff to others.
Okay. Doodle, is there anywhere specific that you were walking? Or is this just like an aimless...
I think it's gonna start with him trying to help in other places. Like, obviously he's not a healer, so maybe like if if nails need to get hit, he's going to take his sword and just start fucking slamming it. But like that kind of thing. But obviously at this point, you know, the adults are kind of on everything, I'm assuming, so they're all probably gonna tell him to fuck off. So he I think at that point he's gonna kind of aimlessly walk for a bit and then decide that he's gonna go look for more survivors just in case, and he's just gonna start pulling apart rubble again.
Okay. So we'll say you've gotten to the point where you're starting to move rubble and whatnot. By the time you clear the first one, there was no one there. But at that point, it's you kind of start feeling almost like, for lack of a better way of saying it, you almost start feeling your body start to crash.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, Doodle is going to spend what little strength he has yet left sorting the scrap out, because obviously at this point the people will need scrap to rebuild. So he's going to get all the usable shit and kind of put it off to the side. And I mean, I don't know if Gabaldi would know this. I want to say the only person who would know this is Oops, but like Doodle doesn't really stay in one place. He never has. he kind of just goes out and sleeps like in the outskirts a little bit, like not far enough where there's monsters, but
Mhm.
kind of away from everything. So yeah, he's just gonna leave and go under like a giant mushroom and just go to sleep.
Okay. So speaking of oops, have you finished consuming your food for thought?
Sure. Let's do it.
All right.
Yes.
So what is
Taking care of
oops?
a nublin.
So what is oops to do at this point?
I love you, Simon. There's nothing.
Nice. Good. I don't know. Maybe he would go and like. I think he would roam around, not knowing what to do.
Okay, so just more of an
Like
aimless roaming.
he would. Yeah, he would go back to like after everything settled down and everything starts to be more normal. He would go back to where everyone was digging out, and then he would go back to maybe the forge to see if anything happened there and like what the situation is.
Okay. Well, you seem to be distracted, so I'll give you the short version.
No, it's fine, I'm paying attention.
Okay.
I love you.
So
I love you.
the first tunnel, there seems to have been no change there. The one that had that small little opening, there doesn't seem to be any change from there, but you do hear the echoing of sounds of something coming from the other side. Roll me, I'm gonna say, let's go with an insight or an investigation. I'll let you decide.
I love you so much.
Sorry. Investigation or insight? You moved my hand. Stop it. That was not the right one. I cannot intimidate my way out of this one. Investigation. Okay.
Okay. So, with hearing the echoing sounds of whatever it is, and most of that echo is bouncing through that chamber, that little hole that you can't fit through, it does seem to be a good distance away. You could guesstimate there could be 50 feet of rubble between you and the other side. But there is work being done. You can't pinpoint what it is. It sounds odd. But you can hear stone being broken and churned, and almost the sound as if there are a dozen forges being thrown and almost grinded on the other side. It's a very strange sound, but something is happening on the other side there.
It would almost sound like a contraption of some kind.
Yeah.
Kind of invent. But it does sound like it's rapidly coming towards.
I wouldn't say rapidly. It's difficult to tell even with your roll how quickly whatever it is being done, but whatever it is, it sounds like a lot of it.
I think that would satisfy Oops. Just to know that something is happening.
Okay. Did you want to look at the other tunnel? The one with the
Yes.
quote-unquote idiots?
Yes, to see if they are doing something more. If they've moved more than would be assumed.
Okay. So it takes you a while, but you go back out of this tunnel, you make your way to the slime fields, you go into the next tunnel, and you can see, even before you get closer, the look of freshly broken stone and those imprints that would be left behind from things being moved. You see part of those, if you like, 3 of those are the same ones, but then there's a couple new ones. You see that they have moved in that span of time a significant distance. They've moved a good 20 feet further down this tunnel, still using what seemed to you to be ridiculously mundane methods. But however they're doing it,
But not completely useless. They're not completely useless. Close, but not quite.
close, but
We're close, but not quite. I think I would find one of the ones that was there before and ask if they know of any like contraptions that they have to get out.
well, what do you mean?
Sounded metallic, like something big, like
this?
smithing.
And he's gonna like pick up this huge like war pick. This works.
Sounds like contraption.
He's gonna squint his eyes at you, and he's gonna hold up the pick again.
Big thing, move by itself, more or less.
He's gonna point at one of the bigger gobos.
More metal, more scrap.
He's just gonna look confused.
Right. Good work. Start walking.
But yeah, they have made significant progress. As far as how much further they need to go, you don't know, but they have made probably a surprising amount of progress.
Would have been twice as much with the right tools, but
What's wrong with this pick? He's doing a good job.
it's fine.
He's doing his best.
It's just one lifetime. It's only one lifetime that's going to be used on that.
Alright, and you said you were walking away?
Yeah. Now it's back to the forge.
Well, the forge is on the other side of those.
Oh, I thought there was one inside the grub spy thing.
No,
But
not a forge. Those are
okay.
all. Those are in the Rust Claw Den. That's where those big fabrications and whatnot. That's where most of that stuff usually would be done.
Right. Greek geography is not my strong suit, even in real life.
Fair enough. Alright, so are you heading back to the cantina where the others are? Or
Yeah, probably get some food and a rest. It's been
Okay,
a long day.
gotcha. Well, then we're gonna over to ye old Yip Yap and the little one. So,
It's gonna be our little spin-off show.
I mean, could be. But yeah, you guys, make your way. You go through the icky slime fields that Yip Yap has a problem with,
Nope. I wonder why.
which is kind of hilarious, but I'll get to that later. And you do find that little nook that you guys go through, squeeze your way through, and come out on the other side where
A child.
where you come out into your little place, which is seemingly a bit more organized at this point. It's not back to what it was, but that organized chaos that you're familiar with, you can see that coming back to the way that it was for the most part. Some things have obviously been moved and arranged because of the new fissures that are littered throughout. But you can see that, much like in other places, progress has been being made here.
Make the most of it. Do the kind of real estate thing of, it's ventilation.
Ventilation. It's an
Open
interesting description.
Yeah, he will tell. I mean, I didn't really get anything in the way of information other than what he now has to tell. So he'll tell the little one to, make himself useful, kind of get him out of the way,
Okay.
and then he'll make the slow walk to Mr. Knotz's little house
Okay.
and do a yip yap, do a knick knock on the door.
Yep, we'll do a neck knock. Okay. So yeah, you get up to the door, you do your usual knock, and then you wait a moment, and there's no response.
Oh. Is the door open?
The door's not open, no.
As in, if I were to turn the handle.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like lock it or anything.
Okay. Then that is what he will do. He will turn the handle and he will slowly, very slowly, push the door open and look inside.
Okay. You slowly open the door, and even though there's
Creak so
there's never
loudly.
been like anything with just opening it, there's just this horridly loud squeaking as you slowly open it. But again,
that's
you
sort of
don't,
like Grimace as it does that.
you don't hear anything. You're not told to sod off. You're not told to come in. It's quiet. And looking in, you don't see Mr. Knox.
Yeah, he'll do a quick sort of pass scan over the space, and then he'll turn around. Is there anyone else around, like outside?
Yeah, there's a gobbo here.
Any
and there.
nearby gobbos?
Mhm.
Okay. He'll kind of like, I mean, in my head it's like sort of organized chaos, in as much as people are just like running backwards and forwards. So he'll just like grab one, almost, if it's like a nubbler, they're just kind of like almost lift off the ground as their legs are still going.
Okay.
Where's Mr. Knox?
What? Huh?
Where is Mr. Knox?
I don't know. Somewhere else. Left a little bit ago. Some
Left.
some other gobbo came in and went in. He also went in without knocking, but he went in, and then a couple minutes later they both left.
The usual way. He'll like sort of motion towards the gap they usually use to enter and exit the space.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. Right. He'll let him go.
You done with me? I can
He'll
leave?
kind of like, you can go.
Okay, bye. Just scamper off.
It's a goblin-shaped smoke mark. Just
Just, pew!
yeah, he'll have a look around and go on,
I
sorry.
will note in this case, Mr. Knox doesn't tend to go places.
Yeah, this is
You guys tend to go places.
when he does go places, because I know he's one of the only people that goes out to actually sell stuff, right? That's like the only times he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Where
usually
do I know
a
where that
special
would be?
buyer or something like that. But it's also strange that someone else came into here.
Hmm.
Someone that you guys didn't know.
He'll start asking around. I'm guessing there's got to be some sort of noblets or goblins around the same age as what Yip Yap is, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
slightly more
Slightly more,
senior
slightly
in there.
less. Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, he'll ask around and see if anyone knows obviously where he went, but also who is this guy? Does anyone know who this person is?
So the long and short of it is, no one knows who the guy is. The guy seemed like all important of himself. The way he carried himself, like everyone felt lesser than this random person that had come in. But even Mr. Knotts seemed uncomfortable.
Interesting.
So a lot of them just made themselves scarce.
Do I know of any? I mean, obviously, maybe not first person, but is there anyone that Mr. Knotts has spoken about, like in that kind of way? Like anyone sort of in the elders maybe that he might have singled out in the past? I'm clutching at straws here.
What exactly are you asking in this case?
I'm just asking if Mr. Knotts ever had any dealings with like I guess the main the elders, or even higher than that, within whether someone there that he would be potentially afraid of, maybe, or whether there be a sort of a
Okay.
group of people that he would be afraid of from our position.
So, usually, most of the time, if not always, when Mr. Knotts does leave for someone, you guys don't tend to know who he's going to search out or whatnot. But he's never seemed uncomfortable, especially to everyone here. Because, much like you've represented, everyone here, like Mr. Knotts, is the guy. No one holds any weight to Mr. Knotts. And even Mr. Knotts seemed uncomfortable with whoever this individual was. This individual that you're told came in here like he owned the place. Like, this place only existed because of this person. Like, it's very strange to hear this from your perspective.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I was gonna sort of think for a moment, and then I think he's probably going to come to the conclusion that really, I mean, everyone kind of went to the same place. So maybe he needs to go back to where he just came from. Maybe they passed on the way here or something, and he didn't see them. So maybe Mr. Knotts was in the crowd. Maybe he already knows.
I will say a quick interjection. The way that you come to get into here, there's not... If he would have gone there, you would have seen him. Just like you've seen
I
the
would
occasional
have, for sure.
Gobbo going back and forth. Yeah, if he would have gone, as far as you know, there's no extra little things, little places to scoop into or whatnot. Because going from where you were with the cantina, you could essentially follow along that wall and go around through the slime branches, and eventually you would find this nook.
Okay. In that case, then, all Yip can really do is, I guess, wait. Like, Mr. Knotts is going to come back. He has to come back, otherwise this place is going to fall to pieces. So he will set himself out, basically helping make sure that the organized chaos remains organized and chaotic, and keeping a steady eye on the nook to see when Mr. Knotts returns.
Okay. So you help out a bit, and then, keeping sentry, waiting to see Mr. Knotts or whatnot. Quite a bit of time passes without seeing him or hearing of anything. It gets to the point where that organized chaos seems to be, almost back to what it was, despite the movements here and there. And even then, you don't see or hear anything of Mr. Knotts. Eventually,
Yeah, well, now I'm
one
getting
of the
quite concerned.
one of the random gobbos that were running around kind of notice you at this point not having anything to do and kind of just watching the entrance. They'll come over. It's like, what's wrong, Evap? You look like you haven't pooped in a week.
I want to know where he is.
Who? Oh, you mean Mr. Knox?
Who do you think?
Well, we don't know.
Don't you find it odd?
Well,
He
yeah.
just stops.
I mean, you didn't see the guy that he left with, though.
I've already heard.
Well, you've
He's gonna
probably
just
been out of here more than anyone else. You've been on more jobs than most of them. Do you know who it is?
I have no idea.
You haven't seen anyone that looks like him?
I've seen a lot of people. None that I can recall that he was scared of.
Well, what have the others told you?
That he didn't knock. That he acted as if he owned the place. That Mr. Knotts left looking, I guess you could say, it sounds like they mean scared, but I've heard a few words used. Did you see him?
Yeah, the guy pushed me out of the way. When I tried to say something, was a lot stronger than he looked. Kind of ugly, little older. Not as old as Mr. Knotts, but he was very shiny.
Shiny.
Yeah. Like he had a lot of pretty things all over him.
Interesting.
And he just looked really angry. He had little tiny chittens and bugs that were glowing, and I don't know, it was kind of hard to look at him.
Would any of this be ringing a bell or anything for Yep?
It would be ringing a bell for you, actually. You've seen someone quite recently that looked similar to, once you start putting all the pieces together, sounds like someone very important.
Well, he's got to be back soon. So I guess we better make ourselves busy till he does.
Yeah. Well, stuff's almost good to go. But also Mr. Knotts isn't here to give us things to do.
He'll kind of, he'll sort of scan around and sort of see what everyone's up to. I know we kind of had like a makeshift hospital for a while. How is everyone in there currently looking?
Everyone, as far as that, is actually looking pretty decent. Most everyone that had like those injuries either have they've been tended to with like splints or whatnot, bandages. A few of them have been actually healed. It seems that there's a few among your number that actually have healing capabilities, but with the amount that there was, only some of them have been tended to. But yeah, it does seem to be getting back to, I'll say, normal, except for the fact that that Mr. Knotts isn't there. And you can almost, like, when you sit there and think about it, there's usually a certain feel in this whole little place when he's there. And with him not being there, there's almost a semblance of something missing. Like him
It's like
not
the teacher not
being
telling us what
there.
lesson.
Yeah, it's like that presence not being there is felt. And you kind of find that a number around you are basically twiddling their thumbs. There's usually orders, there's usually go do this, there's usually, go and procure this, go get this information. There's usually almost always something to do.
Yeah. Yeah, just gonna kind of feed off that, and he's gonna kind of like, to the very least, try and remember some of the more, I guess, routine tasks that need to be done. Like trying to get certain things. So, I mean, is it getting later in the day at the moment? What kind of time are we sort of looking at right now?
Yeah, I'd say it'd probably be coming around the equivalent of evening time at this point.
Okay. Then I think he'd be, getting some of the more able gobbos out to maybe do some quick sort of like late night scrap stealing or collecting around the marketplace while everything's getting like pulled down. Maybe getting some food done, like sort of brought in and stuff like that. Like just kind of simple tasks to keep the place running so that it doesn't turn into essentially a revolution.
We wouldn't want that, would we?
No, we wouldn't. And then when it comes to the actual area itself, like just making sure that just menial tasks just to keep things going, like making sure things are sorted, considering that everything was kind of chaos. Like just basically trying to keep stuff moving. But yeah, he's gonna be, the later this gets, the more he's gonna be like, I guess, internally freaking out by the fact that this has never really happened before.
And I think this is about where we're going to wrap it up. But I'm curious, has Yip Yap put the pieces together?
I mean, Wooge hasn't, so...
Fair enough. And that's where we're going to end this week's session. In a little bit of confusion.
Yay!
Fine, I'm always confused.
I've been confused since the beginning of this session.
You're always confused. There's no difference there.
I mean, today has been 150%.
Alright. Well, yeah, that's where we're going to end the session. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you again in...
The part I was there for.
Alright, see you.
Bye.
Also, coming next in 2 weeks, when we come back to the next one, keep a special eye out for a new button that you can redeem channel points to literally give me an excuse to just randomly fuck with Viking. That's coming.
Oh, no!
Okay, love you. Bye.
Why? No! Do not come back. Bye.